All right, so we took our time data and put it in L1, right? Concentration, L2. L3 is the ln of L2, and we'll make L4 today, that's 1 over L2. All right, what I would like you to do, we already did this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so use this data table to find the order and what the value of K is. You see on what we're doing?
That's communism for children.
Why does we have confidence?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's we now.
Why wouldn't you have confidence?
We need a master.
What?
We need a master. So,
If for a course you would want to.
Yes, you.
something funky about my graph.
Yeah.
What, Cooper?
I think I rough day. Yeah.
Because I'm.
Did all begin with gilded?
It all began with Gilded. Wielded, actually.
Did it begin with verb?
No, that was a small hiccup in my day.
Way to make the rounds.
Cooper, I think
Cooper's making his rounds.
No, luckily he actually did. He could have got way more than me. Like I was lucky because I could tell he got takes.
Yeah,
Could you tell he was mad, but luckily he didn't go crazy.
because he loves him.
I know, but like if he would have been in a bad mood, he might have.
Yeah.
If it was anyone else, he probably would have Cooper. But
What did
Cooper, I think some good grounding would fix this.
I think it would.
Yeah, I think so. Taking off of your shoes and then grounding yourself will
I think it would.
in the corner.
don't forget to lay on the table.
What's it from? Babe?
With the
Oh,
and open Snapchat on that phone. So you're out.
Oh, Lord.
like we could like flip, but like
Is it LN of L1?
I literally. Why didn't you start that project a week ago?
Same, I still do it.
Why is Cooper the way Cooper is?
Why are you
It's like an ABC book.
Why?
The reason why you guys like that.
Do we just like share? Okay, so it's like presenting our favorite like I'm not gonna put it.
Yeah, we gotta leave all.
I think mine's broken, so. 0, 1, oh, it's just 0 and that's why you can't divide things.
Yeah,
You didn't ask for anything else.
Um,
How would you do it if you can't divide things by 0?
why am I so special? You don't have to. Well,
But that means they can't do anything.
Wait, why would you keep it all? You just keep it LN?
Well, look, Ellen will work.
Because, wow.
Oh, you do the LN of L2 instead of L1. You do the LN of L2.
Is all you, is yours all in there?
Cooper Lloyd, tell me to go get Peter Burke.
No. Are you talking about it? Or is it just Eric?
they were talking
More
about
than one person.
Oh, really? Just the person.
You're,
Oh, wait.
you're super Cooper.
Yeah, I think so. That's
do
why-
the super Cooper dance.
No, that's gone. Just kidding.
Bonds are not forgotten.
It was the super Cooper dance.
Okay, I wasn't here yet.
What
What
was
is
it here?
Super Cooper?
It can't
It's
be
when he was in
forgotten.
like fifth grade.
You're kind of right, though.
Oh, the super, oh, I love watching the super Cooper dance.
That was like second. No, I was in like.
That was
I was in
like-
like first grade when I actually did. Or I was in kindergarten when I did it, but then like.
You posted it in fourth grade.
Yeah.
What would you film it though?
It's
Well,
just
In
so
first
good.
grade.
First grade?
It was like literally kindergarten. I might have been. I probably thought I might have been.
I probably have a picture of it somewhere on my Google File.
I can search it up right now if you guys want.
used to watch Billy.
Super Cooper dance.
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time. I was like,
So,
that
I mean,
man's
what
a
are your personal
legend.
views on communism?
All right, is this what your tables look like?
What are our views on communism?
What?
Communism.
That's what mine looks like.
What did I do wrong then? Wait, you sure you said good?
Wait, that's how mine looks.
That's not what mine, wait, is it?
I agree. I keep getting it divided by zero.
Okay, John, everyone else, look right here. L3 and L4, make sure you're like 1 divided by L2, not L1. We're always doing the function for L2.
Wait.
So will we always be doing the function for the amount
What's
that we
on
have?
Why is that, with the L being negative, why is that?
It's the LN, the decimals
Why
always
does
big,
this have to be?
Why is L three, why is that?
because my concentrations of decimal points. LN, the decimals always the negative value.
Wait, so how are we supposed to type it in? 1 divided by ln times by.
Okay, so L3, you put LN. Of
L
L2
would be reciprocal of L two.
is 4. Yes, it's 1 over 1 divided by L2.
Why do we do L4?
L4 is just in case this is the first order.
The third one is just ln times L2.
No, there's no such thing as multiplying an LN. I know it sounds weird.
It's
So,
because it's
It's the
inside
same
the
thing we type, so it's not technically what it is. It's
It's
the
like-
LN of L2.
It's like if you have like cosine, you're not timesing the exact correct.
All right, I'm gonna go, if you guys would talk less, I'd super appreciate it. Well, you can normally like you have all year. All right, now I haven't set this up yet, so I'm gonna go to my stat plot. Right, I'm gonna hit 2, and then I have currently L1 versus L4. I'm gonna come down here. What's the one you think? I guess you don't have to. 2 is right, not mine. And then you get L1 versus L3. And graph of that, so I hit zoom 9. And there we go.
Why do we do L3? Is it to see if it's in first order?
Yes. And L4 is your second order checkpoint.
So if L4 is a linear graph, then it's
Right.
raised to the second
If
order.
L4 versus L1 is linear, then it's the second.
Okay, but if it's exponential, then it's still first order.
And if your first one is linear, you don't really do it. I'm just having you practice because that's what we're doing.
Wait, L four, that one's exponential.
Yeah, it's curved. Okay, now, what was the other part of this? So we know it's what order?
You know it's first order.
We know it's first order. The AP test would say justify your answer. You would say because the plot of Ln of concentration versus time is linear. Okay, it's technically like that, really not. Okay, what's the second? What was the second part of the question? What's K equal to? So how do we calculate that? You remember?
The negative slope.
All right, it's the negative slope. How do you find the slope?
You go from stat,
All right, you go to stat,
and then you go to 4.
stat, calc 4.
Where is calc?
It's just, you hit stat and you arrow over. Hit stat, arrow over the calc.
Oh,
Okay, then, double check, you want L1 versus L3?
yeah.
So you always want L1 and L3?
No.
Not always. It depends on what you get.
No, this is how you know if it's always or not. If it's a second order, your second graph is going to. So you would go down and change this to L4.
Wait, say that one more time, how you know it's first order?
You know it's first order because our LN graph is linear.
So whichever one's linear, not in first or second, You then use it to calculate the order.
Yep, you make sure this list goes to the graph that made one was straight. So we had LM versus, sorry, we had time and LM concentration. That was when it's linear, so this is all set.
So we're always looking for the linear graph.
So Y is going to be L3 always.
No. It can be L3 or L4.
It
No, I'm
can
actually,
be,
no, I'm actually serious because
it
like,
will be L4 if your first one's not linear, but your second one is. We haven't done one like that yet, so I'll show you when we get there, but
okay.
double check L1, L2, then hit calculate.
And then you switch it from a negative to a positive, right? Because of
All right.
okay.
So that is the last step. We have this graph,
So what do you get the linear regression thing?
stat, cal, form. Okay,
Let me help.
zoom in.
09.
Now, if we take the slope of this, according to my calculator, it's negative 0.056. But remember, K is equal to the negative slope. So K is really equal to 0.056.
There you go. Davidson, you kind of remember that.
I'm super proud of you.
Yes.
All right, now we'll check our work by checking what the book says. Oh, I love when plan comes together.
It's the negative of the slope.
The slope is negative, so the answer is a positive.
So if you had a positive slope, the slope would be
right.
negative.
All three people that just talked, you probably all right. Okay, here we go. We're moving on to the second order process. I'll just zoom in on here.
Have you ever done
All right.
material?
All right, here we go.
Give me a call. Let's take a break. Yeah, shut up. I need to prove myself. I've been right once, ready twice.
Okay.
All right, I feel like that's my time. I super appreciate that. If you remember first order process, what it really means is the exponent is 1, right? The second order process, the exponent would be 2. So don't forget that. I don't know why that's freaking out on our screen. Okay, so what we just did, we could have written this rate law, that rate was equal to 0.056 times N3, and this should be constant.
Why
This,
do we have to put it in a concentration? Just so that we know it's a concentration?
you don't have to, you could put rate equals 0.056 times the constant of N3 to the first. But no. No, also like that. So this is our shorthand for this sentence. I would be close to that. Yeah. If you had bought me sugar caffeinated beverage, I would have trust. But since you did it, I can't trust you. Okay, what we're gonna do now is a second order. And if we take the second order rate law and we integrate it, we end up with this beautiful equation, where this piece is y, this is mx, and this is b.
Why did you have to do
I
extra?
don't know, I'm not worried about it.
Well,
All right, so it's in the form of a line. I feel like a therefore is coming up. Oh, good. Therefore, that's what we got. If the process is second order in a plot of 1 over A, that's the concentration of whatever we're talking about, versus T will yield a straight line, and the slope of that line is 20. And so it's tricky, you gotta remember these things. The second order will still have a linear relationship, but it's on the second graph, and this time the slope is equal.
So basically, this is the thing that we were doing.
Yeah, this is now introducing L4, which we just have the calculator calculate for us. And it's 1 over L2 percent.
So generally, K will be positive.
Yeah, things are always a positive.
It's weird to me that somebody without a calculator was able to solve this at one point in time.
Say that what?
It's weird to me that somebody without a calculator was able to do this at
I
one
know.
point in time.
Took an abacus and just split things over and over, and then they're like, it's first order.
I
And
really want to take,
abacus is
that's,
the thing that
that's
goes
actually,
under
no, but that's my dream. I actually want to take, I want to take an abacus and be ACT to trouble.
It's supposed to be so,
Yeah.
oh, because of the.
That would be fun, but it'd have to be a quiet one. Okay, here we go. The decomposition of nitrogen dioxide at 300 Celsius is described by the equation of this and yields data that looks like this. Okay, what do we do with data?
Punch it in.
We plug it in, so fire away. Make your 3, now we know it's gonna be second order, but make the whole table.
So it's gonna be 1 versus 4.
Oh, I made a fatal mistake. Any guesses what I did?
We do the element.
No,
I made a mistake.
One half.
no. I didn't clear my table before, it was a different size. So I had the whole first column and then I had the notes for everything else.
That's beta.
Yeah, some H.
I don't know that.
I gave it a-
Shaking my
I, well, I know now that I put it all together. I feel so.
That's
young
tough,
and
man.
wild.
You should pop a chocolate.
Hashtag SMH NPO.
Shaking my hand.
Honestly, we could just talk in our own language right now and David.
I'm not that old. For Pete's sakes.
FML.
Three.
L3 is an LN.
IGTTRN.
Hold on, let me talk to someone mature. What told me?
So the L3 is the LN of listed,
Yes.
and L4 is the reciprocal. Right?
Yes.
Smells like bacon right now.
That's disgusting.
That is really
I feel like throwing
I
up.
have a bacon session.
So what was that about having someone in between?
Well, I didn't say it was Cooper, did I?
We do.
No.
How long does it take for that picture, for that video to sell over?
A long time. Oh, I don't want to check this screen 16. Where's the screen 16? Is that one? No.
Yeah, it does that, but it just shows, it just rounds it where it shows. Everything else is the same.
I was around.
This is what I got.
I'm already ahead of you, David, so I'm down.
That's what I got.
Wait, just give me a second.
I was hoping you'd have it.
I win. Did anyone beat me? No, okay, it's okay. You already have the slope? No, you don't, that's right, because I won. Thank you.
Oh, that's stupid.
So it made me ready.
No, the portrait mode, I switches. I was gonna make it very, oh, I already used portrait mode. This is very easy. Yes.
I didn't.
And then alive.
So for the K of when it's.
Okay.
David said-
Now, what do we do here? We graph it, right? It's time to graph. So this time, now we know it's second order because we know it's what you would not, you would have just put your data in. So we're gonna go to our stat plot, or hit second in the top corner left, or y equals. Then I'm gonna set it up. And I'll do it how I would really do it. Pretending I don't know the answer, I would first plot L1 and L2. Then I hit graph, and then hit zoom 9. And this is not what we need. So that would be my first check. Is it first order? Probably not. So my second check, I go back to my stat plot, and now I arrow down and select L4. Hit enter, and then I grab that one that's missing, so I hit zoom 9 again. And hopefully that one's right here.
All you're doing is just comparing L1 to L3, L1 to L4.
Did you get the dots?
Check which one happened here.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just,
I got you.
right, you're just checking which one is on.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
And does it matter if it's a negative slope in here? Because
No,
like,
it
if it
won't.
would happen to be.
It'll be a negative slope if you do the first order.
Well, I bet I could even do this like pavement.
But if it's linear, it's negative slope, then you know it's.
Punch right.
That's the one.
Hey,
All right, now. Now we know that the second graph was the one that was linear, so now we know that it is. Alright. So we have a second order reaction. All right, according to this table, or this right here, if I find the slope, this time slope and k are the same thing. Which makes sense. If you look back at your graph, it was a line, right? That's pretty straight. And it had a positive slope. K is always a positive value. All right, so now I have this graph. I just need to find the slope of it. A calculator to do that. So now make sure that you do this or you'll get it wrong. You hit your stat, arrow over to count, hit enter, and then you have, looks like it's some, oh, it's 4 there, sorry. Stat, count, 4, and then you have this list. Yep, you need to make the bottom one L4. So second, 4. So now you're going to analyze that line, which is the one that's actually linear. And now your 8 is your
So wireless, it needs to change to L3. Sorry, it needs to be changed from L3 to L4.
Because it's second order.
the second order showed me that it was.
I didn't go down with L3.
So automatically, if the first one's exponential, we assume that it's
No,
second order.
no, be careful on that. It could be third order or it could be 0 order. Now, it rarely will be.
What that's. That'd be one.
Yeah, 0 order will give you a flat line.
So your concentration will never change.
No, the concentration can change with the rate. that it is.
If it's at a 0 order, is that the same thing as 0 power?
Yeah,
One.
yeah.
So what is that?
It just means they don't matter.
Oh, this is how the rates.
All right, now. We would now be able to write the rate process. The rate is equal to 0.543. Right, times the concentration of NO2 squared.
Technically, you can't fit right now.
Oh, yeah. I just said
And
that.
this is true. All right, here we go. Coming back here now, we could also say I would have 1 over the concentration of A at a specific time is equal to negative, oops, negative right here, negative 0.543. That was my K, correct? Times whatever time I want. All right, plus 1 over, and it gave me the initial concentration in K.
Was that 0.1?
Point oh one. Point zero one. All right, so now all I have to do, I can put whatever time that I felt like I could do. And I can find out what the concentration was at that specific time.
You also put the. You said define the time.
Yep.
What was the one over?
This looks like a zero, but it's a dot, it's supposed to be relative.
Oh, it's not.
So it's one over the concentration that we started at. A dot is the initial concentration.
What is the T for temperature?
T is for time.
Oh, yeah.
Because
And both
it's like your X.
Yeah, this is tricky. AT means the concentration at a specific time. And that time is the time to change.
Oh, so time is like meters in the last step, we can just choose.
Yeah, if you want to look at it that way. Just choose it.
Like we just use like.
You won't really choose it, the problem is saying, what
Just
is the
concentration.
concentration at
That's
7
what
seconds?
I was saying. So would it be 30 or 20? Like for seconds.
Instead of 30 seconds, you use 30. Wow. Okay, there was some multiple choice questions I did through. Let's look at them. Here's the first one. Easy talk for a second with your partner. Doing that, I will distract you with my beautiful face.
Cooper, I'm getting really tired of you doing that in every class that I'm in.
We're only in 2 classes.
Yeah, I know, and it's too much.
I don't do it like
This is fun.
That's a good shot.
Every,
Take a picture.
It's just like, what camera is that?
every shot I have is a good shot.
No, it's like a focus, like professionally done.
Oh, it's
shot.
not.
So Portugal.
Portrait? Is that like on everything?
Yeah, it's
I
on.
think it's on TikTok.
There you go. You're welcome.
It's all right.
That was fun. Okay, focus. How dare you get distracted?
Because I want to do it.
I guess you would have to do it.
Well, that's a lot of stuff. Bro, hurt me.
So,
Hey, here's some nerd for you right here. Just FYI. Everyone loves
oh,
this
that's
stuff.
cool. What app is
Oh,
that?
oh, is that the?
The weather. Hold on, this is kind of cool. You might,
Texas.
you don't know what this thing's called, right?
Scary.
No,
No, the whole stream.
No, no,
are they going?
no, don't stream. The stream would be right here right now.
Well, I would call that either rain or snow.
There's a movie about it.
I would call
Well,
it.
Santa Ana?
there's a movie with the same.
That's a place.
San Andreas.
No, this is called The Pineapple Express.
Oh, that movie's so good.
What?
I'm the only one that's watched that.
No, I've
Pineapple
seen it.
Express.
I love that movie.
Me too.
Listen,
Yeah.
there's weather systems spin like this down here, and they spin like this over here. So what happens, we must have, I don't know why you're laughing, shut up.
Stop. That's not
You
appropriate.
have weather being pulled this way, and you have weather being pulled this way. The Pineapple Express is when the moisture from Hawaii comes straight towards the, that's the Pineapple Express.
That's so cool.
And some you need to go.
Specifically, yeah.
Oh, weren't you laughing?
That was Tolman?
Yeah, that was Tolman last name.
He's the
I
one.
gotta admit, that was funny. I didn't realize it until they all started laughing.
I didn't
I
either.
realized it, I wasn't gonna laugh, and then Tolman started laughing.
I'm sorry.
I was like, no,
Sure.
I thought someone was laughing about pineapple.
Yeah, you guys done that?
I have a question
Yeah,
about
I
weather.
know.
And then I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
What?
I have a question about weather.
All right, speak.
So in the south, we would get a hurricane every fall, like on pretty much like on the dot in October.
Hurricane Alley, yes,
So why?
why,
Why do we get that? Like I get why, but why?
why? Okay, here we go.
Whoa, what's up with the big swirly in the middle?
That's the big A storm. It's huge. That's massive.
So it's brewing.
It's not brewing, it's brewed. Are you ready?
Who is an expert at brewing?
This has nothing to do with AP chemistry, but it turns out that in the end of the summer, it's really hot right here. Really hot. All right, and we get westerly winds that come here. And this hot air causes the water that's right here to evaporate and to rise. That water rises and then it cools and it makes clouds and then it starts to fall back down. The air starts to flow down. So you kind of get this weird cycle. Now, no laughing here, Tony, but you get some air moving up and air moving down. And we have what we call, let's see, a westerly flow, which pulls this stuff this direction at the end of the summer. So you have really warm water that evaporates. So this storm, this tiny, that starts off the coast of West Africa, grows and grows and grows and grows until it comes, usually the Hurricane Alley. You have basically 3 routes for hurricanes. All right, they can come here and they get offended by storms coming this way. And most of them do that. All right, you have another low pressure coming here. It interacts with this low pressure and it just spins it. Okay, then you have the other option. I don't know how this works.
So hurricanes
Okay.
are due to difference in pressure and temperature.
Absolutely. And the warmer the water they are, the worse they get. I'll have one to it.
So the
Okay.
hotter it is.
The- Yep, the other option you get is they come up here. And this is where it's the worst. The Gulf of Mexico is one of the warmest bodies of water. It has the fastest evaporation rate of almost anywhere in the world. So a hurricane needs evaporating water. That's its fuel. So it gets here and it's on. And then almost always, then it interacts with the Pacific weather systems and then it turns and heads upstream. And then it's really uncommon, honestly. But the third option is they just stay super low the whole time. They'll have a storm system up here brewing, and it flushes the hurricane down through this area. And these are the least common. They're actually the most damaging because these are the poorest areas.
What did Matthew get to? Didn't Matthew get to like a 3?
What?
Hurricane Matthew? Matthew was a 5?
What's the highest?
No, Wild was over us, that's why.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh,
5.
lower than five.
I get mixed up.
We got to 5 in like Florida. And then it went back up.
Wait, so why did they choose letters and then make names out of the hurricanes?
I got mixed up.
What
Aren't
do you-
they always?
what do you
around
call
tail?
it?
I got mixed up after.
They named.
Well, yeah, no,
I'm sure the first one was named after a guy in the workplace and it was really annoying.
yeah, because like didn't they do an order of the alphabet?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And then they went
yes,
to Greek alphabet this year.
and until like 20 years ago, they didn't have female in this planet.
Really?
They were always named after male.
Hurricane Donovan.
Donna?
Is Katrina? That's kind of a weird name.
That's an American.
That's within the last 20 years.
Within 20
Okay,
years.
how are you guys doing?
I'm very
Oh,
interested.
yeah.
I would much rather talk about weather.
I like the weather also. This current weather weather is bonkers. It's not us, we're fine. But the middle of the United States, it's super bad.
Where you live, it's been like
Oh,
negative
yes.
50 for like a
Yeah.
South is horrible.
Okay, are you done with the questions on the screen?
I don't remember the second one.
Okay, good.
It's like,
it's 70 degrees cold.
For a first order reaction, a plot of blank versus blank is linear. It is. B. Next, a reaction was found in 0 order, increasing the concentration of A by a factor of 3 will result in the reaction rate to remain constant. Next.
Which one is false?
Yeah, there's whole statements there.
Oh, I did not see that.
A.
Really? I think
Okay,
I
is the reaction rate constant? Oh, okay.
that was a good joke, Cooper.
I actually legitimately thought it was A, but I just had to say it.
Alright, we
We're
good?
being flattering today.
Okay, is the reaction rate constant, is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that was stupid.
No, cheaper.
The reaction is second order with D,
True.
true, first order with A,
True.
D, the reaction is second order overall, that is false. To find the overall, you take both and add them, it's third overall. Then, this graph is ln versus time. The graph shown below depicts the relationship between concentration and time for the following chemical reaction. The slope of this line is equal to. So you're all right with those?
It's always a negative, negative two, right?
Only it's going to-
Only
only
for
it's
short.
So whatever
Okay.
makes K positive.
Yeah, so just
Take
like,
it second order and stays the
just
same.
like K, that's a positive. Okay,
It's just a very positive person. It's a little Cooper.
Once-
to stay positive.
once you have determined the order of reaction and the K value, you can use the integrated rate laws to solve for concentration at specific times.
Isn't this what we just talked about?
We already talked about it, this is just a slide. So, the ln of AT means the concentration at a specific time. You do not put a time value here. This should, this is stupid, but it should say A and then A. Okay, this is just the concentration at a specific time, but this one is a value of T. So the negative KT plus the ln of A naught. Because once again, this is not zero, this is a subscript naught. So that means your initial concentration. Almost every time they will have the initial
So really, all you need
as well.
oh, it's something.
This is the natural law in L.
Oh, it's like the natural.
What is? Like, I don't want to use it, I just have to know
Talk about
what
it
it
now.
Yeah, well, you're asking a science teacher, but it's when you have the base of E, it's the exponent of E is raised to give you whatever number you want.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Now, don't ask me more than that, but that's what it is. Second order,
Like the ones that
same
are in the
thing,
plans.
different math. All right, here we go. This is the last one we'll do today. The last one we're doing today.
What do I do if I delete this?
People are still on what you're doing now.
So the people that write the test questions for the test are just sitting in their basement, not actually. Like,
They
they're
do a
not,
paycheck.
they're not testing it or.
Most likely the people who wrote these test questions were a group of AP function tutors. And they paid money to write them and then to review each other's work for them. Probably some college professors as well. I think they are just simply a one collecting school.
That's what I'm saying. I just see it actually.
I don't know if they're stupid,
We need a way to like.
we need to separate people, I know that that's super controversial.
Wow.
No, we do. I agree with that, but I'm just saying, I also feel like that a few money in this scheme. Like,
We need to separate people.
40%.
No, I agree. I think the separation. people that don't try it.
Well, I'm gonna be a bit weird.
Separate but equal.
I own,
Communism!
No, seriously, though, you need to be able to prove yourself.
if I own a nuclear power plant and I wanna hire someone, I need to know whether they're smart or not.
Yeah.
Okay, and if it requires a company that makes a ton of money to help separate out the wheat from the chaff, I'll take it. There has to be, I'm sorry, our society is not 100% all the exact same people. There is a separation.
No, I think
No, but like I could just like.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, you know, that's used by race, but I get what you're saying. And most of you understand because you chose to segregate yourselves.
Why?
Everyone told me not to.
I told me not to.
I went over the village class and yelled at everyone last year. Don't
You
even
went
think
to our
about
class.
it.
Oh, yeah, you did do that. Maybe that's
Did you
why.
ever go
I
to
have
our
problems
class?
with authority, so I might have been guidance this guy.
My dad was like, hey, you should do this.
Alright,
Alright.
which one is it? Is it first, second, or third? Which one?
First.
That's where actually. Hey, I'm doing
John, be nice to Cooper. I like you.
Where's my special voice? That's true.
Anyone know the value of favor?
0.0037.
I got no.
Negative.
I got
Oh, no, it is positive. It's 0.07.
Probably should trust mine. No, I got 0.0. 0.0037.
Yeah, that's what I got. 37. Thank you.
367.
But we rounded because we wanted to follow up.
Alright. Now, this one takes a little longer. There's an equation. At what time would the concentration be 0.0891? So how do we do this? We plug everything in we know. We need to know the ln of A2, that's no solving. Equals negative 0.0037. Oh, sorry, no, I'm sorry.
I didn't really read it.
The ln of 0.0891 equals, it gives me this, that's what this is right here. Equals negative 10, so negative 0.0037 times x plus the ln of A dot,
Which would be 0.3.
Wait, I'm thinking.
I think it's 0.
okay, so these are tricky, unless you just find the numbers, then they're really not that hard. So what is the ln of 0.0891? Somebody,
Let me get it.
2.41? Okay, equals negative 0.0037 x plus what's the ln of 0.216?
It's negative.
All right, now, this is tricky. What's a plus and a minus? That's a minus, which means what do I do over here? Check one here. I add 1.15. So negative 2.41 plus 1.15 equals. And my multiply from 0 to 7.
Negative 232.
Oh, I forgot this negative. I should not do it. So this is a negative. This makes it positive.
Wait, it actually was not.
What is negative? Oh,
So x is what, Grace?
342.62.
That means your acceptance.
Okay.
So I mean,
So
stop.
shouldn't the negative always cancel
That's
out?
what it is.
And the negative will always cancel out, right?
It's better, yeah. You can, What? No, I like to do it.
Thanks, David.
You're welcome.
I actually did that right.
You're,
And those peppers.
I like
Salt,
to-
pepper.
Yes, exactly.
It's definitely
Oh,
You're welcome, my friends.
You get your stuff. Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm not. It looks like.
That's what, no, taste this. It's just.
Great, good call.
What?
You made a good choice there.
No, literally just mountain one.
That's what they said.
No, look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, me too.
Need an iPad, but you don't want it yet. Couldn't see anything. Here, that's where
It's just your watch.
It's not as bad as it needs to be.
When you swim, it's good morning. When you stay,
At 5 today.
go get some,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
High quality water. That's what I thought.
Kelly takes to be one of the 3 people that actually took the quiz.
Oh,
Climbing up my ladder.
I already told her, I thought of it last night, but I was already in bed. I was like, it's
Going down my ladder is famous.
oh, yeah.
Although I learned on the news, you're not supposed to have favorites.
Wait, what happened on the news? I don't know if I want to know. Last time you said check the news.
Oh, that was good. Be motivated.
But in reality, all teachers have favorites.
No, we don't.
Yeah. And in reality,
No, we
even
don't.
parents
just
have
keep it
favorites.
secret.
In reality,
All
even parents have
favorites.
Everybody has favorites.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying that my favorite child is Carly?
Probably.
Yeah.
Right? But the other ones are okay.
My parents' favorites. But you wouldn't tell your kids that.
Wait, you don't want
You
to
wouldn't
start
tell
on
your
this
kids
yet?
that.
I don't tell my kids that. Carly. No. It's obvious.
See, you want those kids to be able to, the students.
That's good too.
Are you a really young junior or are you?
Yeah.
You're young. You're young. Well, you need to do it because of the other day.
Or did you just forget to take it last year? Well, I I'm sorry, Tom. I've not been able to turn for the time. They've been very strict about
Oh, sorry.
it.
You have a performance tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh, we finished the routine today. So, I'm really excited. Oh, good. Thank you.
Well, all right, you will need an iPad or your phones. Haley, you got either of your phone? You want an iPad? All right, now, before you start any practice quiz, you're welcome. I got you. Oh, I got both of you, yep. 14, please. Welcome. That was my fault.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
And it's broken.
That's why they have cases. Some of these iPads are 10 years old.
Really?
Okay. Before you take the quiz, let me review a couple things for you. Remember that? Okay. I hope that you do as well second hour. They actually just wreck this in a good way. Good or bad?
I feel bad.
They rocked it.
That's good.
Okay. Oh, man. That's very sad.
What'd you have?
I had a burrito left over from yesterday, which was not as good second day, but that's okay.
Oh,
It
sad.
was still free, which is good. And then I had a sweet roll from the pie dump. Is that anything else? You ever had a pie dump? Okay. It's like bigger than that, like way bigger. And my stomach is not that big. Okay, it's quite that big. Yeah, it's uncool. Let's do you, and then we'll get some frozen. all of it. Now, we didn't do a lot on page 9. We'll try to focus all that off. Okay, but don't focus on that right now. Focus on a couple things I can help you with. So, if you look at page 11, no, page 12. I think we already did 32 or 31. But we're gonna do it again and talk through it just a tiny different way.
Let's do 32.
I will do both.
Yes.
All right, so. Probably 800. Egyptian cotton. My favorite hotel sheet. All right. Is that sports sewing, Micah? Fun fact that no one knows about me, I sewed. I took 2 years of sewing in college, sorry, high school. It was the greatest thing ever. I paid my lunch money by making scrunchies. Yep, I could make PE shorts as well for the room at lunch.
Just casually.
Yeah, and like Davidson, when you look up a pair of shorts, it said, it depends on what we have in the strap in. You hit the serger, take 3 pieces, put them all in the same shape, cut them out, so boom, you got PE shorts. Sure, you look like an idiot, but you didn't lose participation points. And I got $1. Scrunchies were $2 a piece, or 3 for 5. I think I'm lying, so I need to choose something. Shut up, I love sewing. Okay, you ready? We already did 31 together, but I want to talk through it a tiny bit different way because the practice quiz and the test has some questions that are written this way. So follow me here. I know we already did it, but addition of heat, if you add, you go away. Oh, shoot, I'm still recording AG10.